Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi everybody, it's your girl Mary. Welcome to You're Not Alone with Mary Royale. If you are a new subscriber, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're not going to regret it. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. This means a lot to me. And please guys, don't forget to help me give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share, do all the good stuff. And thank you for continually supporting me. So if you have not noticed already by the title, you would have known what I'm talking about. Or in case if you don't know, right, I'm going to be giving a story time about a point in time where a girl that I was inspired by told me she didn't like me. Yes, she didn't like me. And it actually took a toll on me. And yeah, I'm just going to dive straight into the story time. No need for long talk. Without further ado, let us go straight in. So this happened when I was in 200 level in university. I attended the University of Lagos. I know I have not mentioned this before on my channel, and I should have actually, but I just want to let you guys know I'm a recent graduate from the Department of Accounting, University of Lagos. Clap for me. Thank you. So yeah. Anyways, this happened when I was in 200 level in University of Lagos, and in my class then, if you did not know completely the people that were on first class, 2-1 and all of that, you would have an idea about the people that were there, even if you don't know all of them completely. So you have an idea of who were in those categories for one reason or the other, which I will not be going into in this video. But anyways, yeah, that was the case. And me, I wasn't on the first class, so I usually used to look up to these people in first class, like, wow, how did this person do it? This is inspiring. I was in awe and I was just like blown away like most of the time. So I just want to set that out there, put that as the background story so you understand where I'm coming from, when I dive into the story. So this particular girl, that told me she didn't like me, she was on the first class, and she wasn't just on the first class. That is, she wasn't just brilliant, she also had beauty. She was pretty, and it was just like, wow. When you look up to someone, you're like, wow, this full package. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way. Please guys, let me know if I'm the only one that feels this way. I'm sure I'm not the only one. So yeah guys, I had to put out the fan because I felt like it could be distracting to some people that are watching the video currently. So yeah, where did I stop? I think I was talking about how I was in awe of this girl because she had beauty and brain and all of that. So where did all of this started? Where did I find out that she actually did not like me? So there was a day that I think we were all in the faculty. I think we were at the quadrangle at the faculty. We needed to get something, so most of our classmates were there. Like, we were all there at the quadrangle. I think we wanted to get something from our course advisor. I'm not sure, but yeah, that day we were all outside, and for some reasons I happened to have eye contact with her. And when I saw her, I noticed that she gave me this kind of stern stare, like she was looking at me strangely, like a pretty stern look. Like, I just felt uncomfortable with that look. The way she was looking at me, I just felt uncomfortable. But my mind wasn't there at that point because I needed to do what I wanted to do and get out of that faculty, quadrangle, and the entire situation. So after I left the quadrangle that day, it was still bothering me, so I decided to reach out to her. And because one, we're not too close, we're not even close. As I said, too close, we're not close at all. Like, I don't even think we used to even talk at all. We didn't used to talk, no. So we're not close at all. And I was also too shy to go approach her to talk to her one-on-one because at that point we were both in the same hostel. But I decided to just text her on WhatsApp. So I went on the group chat, looked for her name, text her on WhatsApp, and I was like, oh, hi, I'm Mary, from your class, I noticed that you look at me, some certain way today. I hope there is no problem, and I hope I didn't do anything wrong. Guys, I digress. Before I continue with this story, I need to say, if you don't know somebody, or you don't know the person very well, or you feel like the person does not know you, and you are texting or calling the person for the first time, please do have to introduce yourself. Say, hi, I am so from so the person can know. Guys, it's very important. I feel like that's a proper way of communicating. You don't just say hi, hello, hey. I think that's very wrong. Okay, sorry for digressing. I come back to the story. So after I did that, I told her all of that, oh, I noticed you're looking at me some type of way. So she replied that, oh no, she wasn't looking at me any type of way, that probably that was how her face was, and I was one that just misinterpreted the situation. So I was like, okay, cool, no problem. Thank you. I thought that the conversation had ended there, but she went further to say, oh, but I actually do not like you. Bang, bang, bang. That was the pointer. I was like, oh, really? Okay. It hit me. I was like, okay, why? I asked why because I didn't understand it. So I was like, okay, why don't you like me? What did I do wrong? And she told me that, at some point I snubbed her when she greeted me. And then I went further to explain that, okay, this is someone that, I'm inspired by you, that I cannot knowingly snub, right? So I went on to, answer her, reply her, give her a response that I did not knowingly snub you. I'm not saying I did not snub you. It's possible that I did. Yes, and I'm sorry for that because I know I apologize. I'm like, look, I'm sorry if I snubbed you, but it wasn't intentionally. Yes, it's probably that you probably greeted me. Maybe I saw it and I replied underneath my breath because sometimes I do that because I'm shy and it's not a good thing. It's a bad thing actually. Or you probably greeted me and I probably did not even, know that you were greeting me rather, or my mind was not there. Because sometimes I'll be working, especially when I'm working alone. I'm just there. My mind is not there. My mind is not there. More than 50% of the time, my mind is not there, right? So I actually apologize. I'm like, oh, it's not like it was intentional. If I did so in any way, I'm sorry. Right? And she went on to say her friend also said I snubbed her too when she came to our hostel, and I was like, I snubbed your friend too, eh? She not told me the day. I think it was her birthday or something. I was like, if it's that day you're talking about, I did not snub your friend though. I saw her that she greeted me and I greeted her back. But probably my body language that day, like I said, I usually have this resting face. Like if you see me, you probably think I'm not the most approachable, but that's not the case. I'm probably not even there. My mind is probably not there. Or I probably responded and I was underneath my breath. And I could remember that very day that friend greeted me at the hostel. I responded, but it was underneath my breath. But in my head, I felt like my body language did the talking. Like I think I waved or something. Probably she felt like, why did she give me this kind of attitude? It's possible, but I really don't have anything against anybody. That's just the truth. And I was like, oh, okay, if that's the case, anyways, I'm sorry, and I hope that we are cool now, because obviously there's no reason why I should have any problem with you. It's not like I did anything on purpose or I don't like you or whatever. It wasn't anything like that. So I thought we were cool, and I said, oh, I hope if I greet you now, you answer. And she was like, yeah. But I noticed that whenever I even tried greeting outside, there was just this friction, and at some point I had to stop. For me, I had to stop for me, and I had to stop because of my mental health, because of my own, sanity. I had to stop because it just didn't make sense, and it was almost like I was forcing myself to be in a friendship that it's unhealthy to force yourself to be in a friendship. I have to say that it's unhealthy. It's really unhealthy. But anyways, that is how I found out that she didn't like me. And then because it was bothering me so much, I told my friends, and my friends, they gave their 2 cents that, oh, just forget about it, leave it at that. I told my siblings, also, for some reason, I didn't like the way my siblings reacted to it. I didn't get the reply I was looking for. I felt like they didn't get it, they couldn't relate. And I don't blame them for that. It's not their fault. They probably just said things like, just forget about it, there's no need to think about it, or maybe something like, I don't know why you're acting this way. Siblings now, they love you, but they will always try to put it like stop doing this now, it's not unnecessary, why are you doing this, like is it the end of the world? There are other people that you have friends already, which is true, I have friends, so why am I acting like I don't have friends? That's also bad. Was also bad, but I didn't really like the response. I felt like this is not what I was looking for. And then there were some other set of people that I told, and their response was like, I'm on our for you. I think you have low self-esteem. Those ones, I don't know, their matter is in God's hand, because I don't know why you say such a thing blatantly, just upfront, you just say such a thing, and you think that what you said made sense when it's not like you're helping the person solve that low self-esteem issue. Okay, if the person really had low self-esteem, because I'm not even going to lie, at that point I think that situation really affected my self-esteem, and I do not even, you know, take away from that fact. But why do you think you can just come up and just say, bah, I think you have low self-esteem and there's nothing you can do about it, you're just saying it. So I didn't like that at all. But I realized something in that stage that, you know, people will have their opinions about things that you bring to them. You're the one that goes to them with a problem. They are going to give you opinions, depending on how they see life or how they see themselves. Some people, they don't care at all about you. Some people are just giving their opinions in the way they can. It's not like they don't care, but they cannot relate, so they're just giving you the way they can. So I have to say, we need to cut some people some slack whenever we are asking them for, their opinions on certain things. And we also need to know when to stay away from some certain toxic advices that are not helping, that is only going to make us feel worse. Yeah. So after that time, there is one of my senior in school that she was, 2 levels ahead of me. She was also in my department. She was close to me. She was also close to this girl that didn't like me. So there was a day we were outside the hostel and she was talking to me, and then she saw this girl that didn't like me. She was like, aren't you guys close? I was like, oh no, we are not. She actually does not like me. And then I think she tried to mediate and tried to go meet her and tell her that, oh, is this girl not in your class? Why are you guys not talking? And then she now said something like, I remember very clearly, she said, everybody cannot be your friend. And she said it to my hearing, because I heard, I wasn't even that close, but I heard, everybody cannot be your friend. And I think that was the day that word sunk into my head, because the truth is, everybody truly cannot be your friend. But I didn't realize it until that day. I had been hearing it, but I had not realized it. It had not sunk in. That day, it sunk. It sunk in. And I was like, yo, I think I finally understood this. The light bulb moment, everybody cannot be your friend. And I think after that day, that was the time that I actually started detaching completely. So what did I actually do to detach and take myself out of this situation, out of this rut, out of this thing that was making my confidence drop, out of this thing that was making my self-esteem drop? First of all, I had to delete her number, because like I told you, I had to look for her number, save it, and texted her, but I had to delete her number. And this thing I'm talking about, it took a while, maybe like 6 months before I even deleted her number. But I had to delete her number first of all, because I can't continue seeing her status and her number on my phone and not be reminded. I'm not saying she's a bad person or anything. No, she just had her opinion and she felt like, oh, I don't have to be this girl's friend. And it's fine. It's fine, because you don't force friendship. That's one thing that we should never do. Just don't do it. Forcing friendship is very bad. It's very bad. It makes you look like a fool. So you don't force friendship. So if she doesn't want to be my friend, it is actually not a bad thing. It's good. Do what you want to do. So yeah, but I had to delete her number so I could clear my head of that. And when I deleted her number, I could see that I was getting better. And during that time, I had an accountability partner whom we read the Bible together, who I just told her that, oh, I like to build my self-confidence, and she told me to recite this verse, we are a chosen generation, a holy nation, God's special people, and we should give him praises because he has called us out of darkness into his marvelous light. This verse, I kept on reciting, and truly it was helping me. I didn't even know it was helping me at that point, but it was later I realized that, oh, I can see myself really, because I'll look at myself in the mirror and say this verse, and it was helping me, even without me knowing at that point, but it was helping me. And then another thing I did was that I prayed to God. I said, God, please take this feeling away. God, please, raise up my self-confidence. God, please improve my self-esteem. Help me to be able to stand firm and not want to have a friendship just because someone is a scholar or in first class or has whatever the person has that I probably I'm in awe of. I shouldn't want to go into a space that I'm not welcomed. I should not want to go into a space that is not genuine. So I prayed that prayer and God came through. You look at me here today. God came through. And how would you know that? Now, things that I learned from this situation. Number one reason is how you will know that God came through. Number one thing I learned from this situation is, drum rolls, everybody cannot be your friend. Yes, I said it, and I know that I didn't used to say it before, and I said it was that light bulb moment that made me realize that everybody cannot be your friend, but it was the truth. Everybody cannot be your friend. guys, don't force friendship. It's not by force. If someone does not want to be your friend, let them go. It doesn't make them a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad person. It's just that you guys are not meant to be friends. Love your neighbor as yourself. Oh, it's very important. But and the whole friendship stuff is not compulsory. Everybody cannot be your friend. So that's the first thing I learned. The second thing I learned is that people's opinion, like I said earlier on, will vary. It might not even be what you want to hear. It doesn't make them bad people. It doesn't make them less of anything. But be very careful, because some people do not care. And when you tell people that do not care about your issues, your problem, they're only going to make you feel worse. And their response is just going to be like, "Oh, do you?" They're going to like pick on your weakness, and they're not going to do anything about it. They're just going to put the weakness on your face. But at some point, it could be some sort of strength for you. That's if you're strong enough to notice it and pick it up. But if not, it's going to affect you even more. And another thing that I learned from this situation is that you don't force anything in life. You don't force a relationship. You don't force a friendship. If you are trying, you apologize. You are doing your own part. You are putting your own best foot forward. You're trying to make someone close to you. You're trying to mend something, and you've apologized. You've done all you can, and it's still not working. Please, I beg you, in the name of God, let it go. Let it go. And I know that everything will be fine. Is the truth. Just have a good mind, have a pure mind, and everything will work out well. So if you've stayed to this point, thank you so much. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you for supporting me. Please keep supporting me. I hope you learned one or two things from this video, and I will see you in my next upload. Bye.